Hey guys, it's so comfortable in this trunk. We got a huge trunk in here, 566 liters. And in fact, it was so comfortable that I thought as a new car company, you want to save a lot of money. So I just got shipped with the car instead of taking the plane here. It's just a phenomenal trunk, I'm telling you guys. Now let me talk a little bit about this car. We did a lot of new things in this vehicle, specifically to get to the amazing pricing that you can see here on the wall behind me, $37,499, or with the federal tax credit, $29,999, which I think is a really amazing price for this vehicle. So how did we do that? Well, we had to do quite a lot of stuff. First, the hood. We don't spend money on latches, on seals, and all kind of stuff, because you don't need to get underneath this hood. We have moved the air conditioning parts, a lot of the electronics under the hood. So this is actually a fixed panel that we don't need to spend any money on. And if you need to fill on some water, there is a flap up here. You just open, put in water for the sprinklers in front. In the front, of course, electric cars still need some air to come in. So we have a paramedic pattern here below where we slowly open up for air cooling in to cool the motors, the battery, etc. We also got a mid-range radar and a short-distance radar, obviously for a certain level of ADAS. And what's kind of cool in this vehicle is we have logos that light up, but they only light up to sort of give you a sense of occasion when you walk up to the vehicle. As soon as you put it in drive for legal reasons, obviously that goes off if we are not allowed to drive around with, you know, orange and blue. We leave that for the police. Another interesting thing that we did here is I always feel you integrate these cool LED lights, super thin, high technology, and then when you turn the indicator on, usually it kind of feels like a blind eye, but we actually have the indicators below, so we kind of separate the indicators for the headlamps themselves. One of the things you'll notice in this vehicle is a very wide stance compared to the width of the body. The reason for that is to create a real sense of safety and stability to an SUV. So when you have a really wide track, low center of gravity, you got an amazing stability when you corner, which means when you have this inbuilt stability and great layout in the vehicle, you don't need such a stiff suspension. So you actually will have a very safe ride, but a very comfortable ride. We obviously will offer some sporty variants of this vehicle. The most extreme version targeted at 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, but it's still going to be comfortable. Now, this vehicle sits on a fully developed and engineered platform. This is actually a steel-bodied car. This is not a fiberglass, you know, show car. It is fully drivable. We didn't have time to make a lot of drivable videos before the show, as we just finished just before CES. So we'll actually be releasing some driving videos and driving, showing how it drives in the end of January. We'll also announce a little bit more about our partnerships in Geneva Auto Show, but we obviously have some big partners as part of developing a car for this price. So part of how we can achieve this price is the development, the high volume parts. The battery that's in this vehicle has already been tested, certified. We have spent the last 2 years with supply chain to get everything ready to launch this car next year. We have secured manufacturing for 1 million vehicles over 5 years, so we are ready to go. Another thing about this vehicle, which is kind of unique, is that we have something called the California mode. And you will see all the windows rolls down, including, and you can even see up here, rolls down. So all the windows rolled down, and you can put stuff in through the rear hatch. We even have recycled rubber here from tire manufacturing to protect the rear hatch when you stick in, let's say, a surfboard, as you see over there, or something like that. Now, that feature was kind of, a few car has that back in the day, but then people figured out that there's fumes from turbulence that comes in through the back. But this being an electric vehicle, we obviously don't have that issue. So an electric vehicle with fun, it's a fun feature where you feel a sense of a convertible, but it's also usability. We also are going to offer what we think is probably the world's largest solar roof on a vehicle, at least in high volume production. and that roof will generate, in good conditions like in Las Vegas or California, about 1,000 free miles a year, zero emission. Sustainability is a big thing for us. On one hand, I believe that the automotive industry is fundamentally changing forever, and most dramatically that it has maybe in 100 years. We are going into, of course, electrification, connectivity as we see here, but also sustainability. We have to find a way where cars, automobiles can fit into the future of our clean world. And how do we do that? Well, there's many different levels. On one hand, with our flexible lease model, which is $379 a month, we are going to own the cars and keep them and service them for at least 8 years, where we keep sending them out. Of course, the price will slowly drop. But the point is, we don't necessarily want you to buy a new car every 2 years. That's the old car industry. They need to make money every 2 years. They need to make a facelift and sell you a car. We don't need to do that. We'll take this car back, we'll refurbish it. That's why we're looking to make a timeless design. We'll deploy it again, and that's really what sustainability is about, using products longer. But there's also other parts of sustainability. Let me show you inside the car. We got these very cool door handles here coming out. And again, I just want you guys that are from the automotive business, take a look here at the side section. Take a look at the seals of this vehicle. This is a fully developed drivable prototype out of steel. It's not a show car, it's a real vehicle. Inside this vehicle, we got some pretty unique features. All the materials in here are either sustainable or vegan. This nice material, like an ultra suede we see here, is actually made from recycled t-shirts. All the carpets are made from recycled plastic bottles and fishing nets out of the ocean. So everything is recycled. All vegan leathers used. Special microfiber fabrics are used in where they're made in a very sustainable way. So everything is about sustainability and use of materials. And this is just a start. It's taking us a long time to source all these materials and get it to automotive grade. We, like I mentioned, worked on that for 2 years. Our whole supply chain is set up. Coming to the electronics, we're at Consumer Electronics Show at CES. We're showing a really exciting screen, and I want the camera to go to the other side and actually see in here how amazing it looks. So what we have in here, we have obviously the normal screen in front of the driver, which is important to just get you basic information. We also have a head-up display, but we have this really cool screen here, which is bent and coming down. And as we all know, there's a big difference between sitting at home on your couch and operating your iPad versus driving a car with uneven surfaces, maybe some potholes, trying to get through a menu on an iPad on your screen. So we decided we need 5 buttons that are the 5 most used things you use every day, dozens of times in your car. They have to be haptic. You have to be able to reach them without even looking. You just reach down and you know this is the fan speed, up and down quick, temperature, up and down quick, home button, up and down quick, find, and the end volume. Those are the 5 buttons you use all day in the car. Whenever you drive, dozens of times, they have to be quickly available. Second part, phones. I always end up putting my phone in the cup holder, which is really annoying. It flappers around. We have 2 nice places to put the phone in the vehicle. You can easily see them. They're inductive charging. Very simple, very good. We also have a special space underneath here, since we have moved all the air conditioning unit out in the front. So we actually have added interior space for, let's say, it could be a woman's purse, it could be something else you want to put down here, extra space. Something cool in the interior to give a little more sense of occasion is kind of, we have an lighting option package where we actually have see-through lighting in the interior, ocean down here. And if you kind of look at this car, you'll notice both in the exterior and the interior, there is 0 chrome on this vehicle. Chrome was a big thing in the 60s. Some people still think it is. We kind of took it out, and we kind of feel the whole new design trend of the future is using lighting as more of an accent and using some really interesting surfaces. So we have a parametric pattern here for loudspeakers, so it's more of a high-tech feeling, hiding the vents. Everything is more high-tech. I want to speak about the head-up display. Head-up display is probably going to be the instrumentation in the future. Why? Because you're looking straight out through the windscreen, and whatever information you get gets projected up on the windscreen, and you won't be able to see it from the outside. Only the driver can see it. And we thought we would add a little fun feature in this. You're actually going to be able to push a button, and you're going to be able to see the lyrics of your favorite song, and you can do karaoke while you drive and just read the lyrics out through the front windscreen. We thought that'd be kind of funny. And I won't try and sing that again. I tried it once and got a lot of negative feedback, so I'll only do that when I'm alone in the car. Let me go to the back seat. I want to show you how much space in the back seat. Obviously, this is an SUV, so we need to make sure there's a lot of space. I'm 6 foot tall, a lot of space here. And as you can see, sitting super comfortable, a lot of headroom. There's room for 3 grown-ups. And we've got a couple of interesting things here. We got like a mirror here at the back where you can look in, which is kind of cool. So there's a mirror here. It's not a screen. We also have here a room where you can put your phone, and you can actually just put out the charging cord here underneath, put it in here, so it can sit and charge, but you have a place to put your phone, which again, normally just lies around here at the floor. So easy. So everything is about usability, a lot of pocket space, but also very comfortable. And then of course we got the trunk that I just mentioned that I came out of with 566 liters, 708 liters. I think it's 20 cubic feet. Probably doesn't tell a lot, but it's quite a big trunk. Anyway, again, we look forward to actually launch this vehicle in 2021. We already have some early adopters who has put down deposits, in fact thousands. So we unfortunately already sold out in end of 21. So anybody who actually do put down a $250 deposit will first get their car probably now towards mid-2022. We'll be launching in the US first, shortly followed by Europe. We are doing everything through an app. That's another way that we take cost out. We have taken every single middleman between us making a car and you receiving a car. Every middleman has been taken out. We are delivering the car directly from the factory to you. And we do it by you ordering it via an app, saying what color you want, what specific option package do you want, and you will get to know when you get it delivered. Payments happen over the app. We'll make sure you get an insurance code over the app. We are aiming to lower the insurance about 20 to 30% of what you have today if you have a similar priced vehicle. How can we do that? Because we work directly with the insurance companies, and we tell them we will not overcharge for our spare parts. Spare parts is a big thing in the auto industry. Everybody makes a ton of money on it, and you're paying for it via a high insurance. We're going to lower the insurance because we are not going to make a ton of money on the spare parts. It's not part of our business model. By not having all this brick and mortar, like giant, beautiful dealerships where you can get cappuccinos and all that type of stuff, we eliminate all that. We go straight to you, the consumer. When you need service, if there's anything with this car, all you need to do is go in your app, click you need service, we'll make an appointment with you, we'll come up and we'll pick up your car. You don't have to bring it anywhere. Why? Because we are going to service that in some giant warehouses outside the city together with some partners. Yes, there's no cappuccino there, which is why we don't want you to go there, but it's half the price that it normally would be. Again, we bring that to you, the consumer. This is revolutionary in the automotive industry. Nobody so far have dared to do all that directly with the consumer, because you have to take out so many middlemen that today make money on you guys, and we're taking them all out and going directly to you.